How you doing, everybody? Everybody pretty much knows my feelings about Kickstarter. I think Kickstarter sucks. I think it's a ripoff. I think you wait years just to get an extra piece or something like that, or a rare card or something like that. I mean, if people want to invest their money, go ahead. But you want to know something? When something comes out, that's when I'll get it. But here, with that exception, there are people that I really think that really try to get accepted and come up with an idea and basically come up with a good one and really need Kickstarter. It could be good and bad. And this is one of those cases. Legends of Adventure. I actually picked this up, bought it when it came out, didn't buy it Kickstarter because I never do. But as you can see, it even says funded by Kickstarter. And the guy came through and really tried to put together something really special. And I think, as far as games are concerned, this is a pretty decent game. Funny thing about it is, I looked on the internet and nobody's really talking about this game. And I'm kind of hoping that I could do something and maybe some of you guys take a look at this and really take a chance on this one, because this is just a nice, quick little dungeon crawl, and the guy did a pretty good job on it. The only bad thing I have to say about it is the cards are kind of chintzy. But other than that, done very, very well put together. Quality of the components, dice are excellent. As you can see, and you're probably wondering, these are very specific dice, not like anything else. What happens is a bunch of people grab their heroes, and you're trying to make it down to level 10. The funny thing about it is you're stopped on each level by some monsters. Now, what also happens is, on your way down, level 1, you pull a adventure card, and that sits on level 1. So, for this particular level, Haunted Castle Adventure, and each number is an adventure, you have to have 10 adventures to become a Legend Adventure. It's not that easy. As a matter of fact, it's pretty damn hard, and I like unforgiving games. So, on this particular one, it says, and we'll read it very quickly, all undead gain 2 levels. Now what happens is you have this big track up here. So what happens, depending on how many people are playing, you draw that many cards. So say there's 2 people playing. And of course we run into a dragon. You would add those levels together. 12 plus 4 is of course 16. And what did I do? Oh, here we go. So we would put on the 16 marker. That's how many points there are so far for them. Now the heroes, let's say there's 2 heroes out there. As you can see, we would use any of their abilities, may taunt once per adventure, lowering a monster's level by 2. So he would use his power and taunt and bring them down to 14. This guy needs water or force for success. So now, 10 plus 6 is 16. So what happens is each player would roll a dice. So he would roll 6 dice, needing water. Water is successes normally. So we would roll it, and as you can see, he would get 3 water. So there's 3 towards the total. Then, this other guy needs water or force, so he would roll 10 dice. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And force and water, so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we would add 5. So 4 and 5 is 9. So he's still short, which means somebody would die. But at the start of the game, you have 6 of these treasure cards. So he would get +4 dice for an ally. And he would need +3. That's in a companion, Caleb. He needs to roll fires. So he would roll 3 dice. And he got 2 fires. So that would bring it up to 11. He would roll 4, needing water. He only got 1. So it's 12. So they would see whatever else they had for treasure cards. If they tie, the monsters win. But if they use up all their treasure cards and say they're on 17, well, guess what? Each monster gets a treasure card. And then they get to roll. And should they go over, one hero just dies. That's it. Done, finished, end the level, everything. And the other hero would go on. Now, what they tell you in the rule book is to get 3 heroes and have them ready because they're going to go pretty quickly. So basically, what you would do is this guy would die, and you can continue on if you can get by level 2. If this particular gentleman could, well, he would, because they failed, they lost one guy, so they would go on to level 2. Now, what also happens is if they win, on the bottom of each monster that they beat is how many treasure cards they would pull. So you would get 2 with more than one player, but solo you would get 3. And for this guy, it would be 6 and 11. And as you can see, there's a pretty good stack of these things. And you keep on using them until you were able to roll and advance to the next level. But you would leave yourself thin for the next adventure down, possibly, depending on what the monsters are and what other type of things that can happen, like particular. Each level you would pull. Each hero loses a level for each dragon played. Yeah, great. That would have helped. So you play this until you possibly get to level 10. And if you get to level 10, let me tell you something, it's something. Now, there's also a divine intervention card in the treasure. And you would roll that red die that I was showing you. And it gives you different abilities that can help you out. And you can do certain things. It's a great multiplayer game, but it plays pretty well, by yourself. And I really like it. I think it's well thought out. It's, pretty much a pressure luck type of thing. But it does have some strategic and cooperative play to it. So it's a nice little game, good solid board. The board's really good quality. The only thing, like I said, some of the cards are kind of on a cheaper board. But, this game isn't expensive for $26. If you go to my boys at Cool Stuff, they'll take care of you. And I think it's something that you guys should look into. It's a nice, quick game. If you only got about 60 minutes to play, or an hour and a half, and it plays really well. The art's really nice. There's such a variance of heroes. Here's the stack of hero cards. You can, there's just so many different things. No 2 games are the same. The heroes, the monsters. You would never use all these monsters. So, this has a lot of replay value. So I just wanted to show you that. Excuse me. And really kind of promote it a little bit. I think it's a nice little game by a nice little guy that tried to do something right with Kickstarter. And I hope you pick it up. Thanks.